My guest today is Alicia Morrow. She is the troop leader for Girl Scouts Troop number 843 along the Grand Strand. We're so glad to have you on Living Local Carolina today.
It's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course, well, everyone knows about Girl Scouts and of course the famous Girl Scouts cookie, but talk about the mission of the Girl Scouts. Remind folks what you're all about.
Well, Girl Scouts are really all about empowering young girls to have courage and to be strong and to grow up and to have their voice and to be able to speak out. And the program is always changing. Like we've got new badges all the time. We've got some new automotive badges and some new outdoor skills and STEM projects. So the program is always evolving to empowering these young girls.
They're almost like becoming little entrepreneurs in a lot of ways, especially when it comes to the cookie sales. But let's talk about your role in the Girl Scouts and why it's important to you.
Well, it's definitely important to me. I started out as a Girl Scout, and then unfortunately my leader moved away, and then that was it. I was done with Girl Scouts. So raising my children, it was really important to me to instill these values in my girls. So when they became the age to start Girl Scouts, I said, hey, let's go. And here we are 11 years later now.
Wow, and I know your girls have done really well with selling cookies last year. I think they were the #1 seller in the region. Is that correct?
Yep, my oldest daughter, she sold over 5,000 boxes.
I know that when it comes to selling the Girl Scouts, one thing that's important with the program is to actually get the girls involved in the ways that they sell the product. In other words, making them little small businesses, I guess you would say. Talk about how you lead the children into these leadership roles and to learning self-discipline and business-minded like.
So it really starts just at the very basics of when we introduce the cookies to the girls and teaching them how much they make per box. And how are we going to sell these cookies? Do people want to see sad little girls sitting there, or do they want to see happy, smiley faces? And teaching them, where are we going to sell these cookies? And then also, what are we going to do with our money? How are we going to spend this to better our community and better ourselves? And what can we do to move this program forward?
It's a great marketing tool right there. So talk about the sales from the cookies. That's what allows the girls to go to camps, to have these programs, to be involved, to return to go back to the community to give back. Talk about the programs.
So the programs we do with the girls, or at least my troop does, is we do a lot of community service. We've built little libraries, the give a borrow a book, leave a book type of thing. We also do food drives to give back to our local food banks. I've got 2 girls that are working on their Gold Awards right now, which is equivalent to the Eagle, with Boy Scouts. And then also the girls, like you said, we use it to go camping and to teach them just the fundamental skills of, what you need to be as an adult.
I like that. I want to tell people the cookie story. It started many, many years ago as to how it began that you actually started selling cookies.
So cookies started in 1917 in Oklahoma. A troop started with just a homemade recipe. And that was kind of the start of it. And then it grew from there. And then in the 30s, it got branded, and that's really I think it was 1931, that's when Girl Scouts branded it and made it official, and it went nationwide.
Well, we love Girl Scout cookies, every variety that you have. I am personally a fan of the peanut butter sandwich. I know that's not the #1 seller. I believe it's Thin Mints that are the #1 seller.
Yes.
But talk about the new cookie that you have.
All right, so our new cookie here is called the Adventureful. It's our new cookie. It is a chocolate brownie cookie with a caramel on top. So the girls are really enjoying that cookie for sure.
Well, I know a lot of folks will enjoy those. And as we close, talk a little bit about where people can find the famous Girl Scout cookies.
So you can go to girlscouts.org and click on cookies and type in your zip code.
Very good. I want to thank you for joining us today for Living Local Carolina.
Thank you so much for having me.